All right, thank you, Steve, and welcome to Wealth Wednesday. And today we're joined again by Yvonne Delry, an investment specialist. Take two, investment specialist. Easy for you to say, with FirstOntario Credit Union. And today we're discussing RESPs. Not just any investment specialist, also licensed by the I got it right here. Prudential Asset Management, Inc. Yes.
Correct.
Right there, actually. Anyways, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So RESPs, Registered Educational Savings Plans. I mean, you know, by name, of course, kind of self-explanatory, but give us a definition of the nuts and bolts.
So basically, a Registered Educational Savings Plan is a special program that the government has set out for parents and grandparents to save for post-secondary education for their children or grandchildren. That's in a nutshell what it is.
Right, okay. Now there are several benefits because
Yes.
the government helps out with this.
The government helps out. So there's actually several benefits to the education savings plan. The main one being is the grants that the government gives as a kickback into the plan.
Right.
So the first is the Canadian Educational Savings Grant, which is 20% of the contributions that are made per beneficiary per year, up to $500. For modest income families, there's the Canada Learning Bond. So there are some variations to this, so you should check with your advisor. Also, these grants can be carried forward year over year if you don't maximize it out. You can choose whatever investment that you would like to be putting the money in, whatever suits your family,
No
whatever
limitations
suits your
there.
needs. GICs, mutual funds, anything like that.
Yeah.
The growth that you earn is also held in the plan with no income tax, so it's growing tax-free. If there are siblings, you can name siblings as beneficiaries on the plan, and then they can share all the monies within, including all the grant and the growth. So if you have a child that maybe needs more help with their education, they can share all the monies. When the money comes out, the grant and the growth is then taxed in the hands of the beneficiary, i.e. the student. And most likely they will be in a lower marginal tax rate. So there is some tax savings there. So lots of benefits.
Yeah. Speaking of savings, it's something to think about early, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because the cost of education can get substantial. In Ontario, just for tuition, it can range anywhere from $9,000 to $14,000. If the child decides that they want to go away, then you tack on residency and food plan, which can range $18,000 to $20,000 per year.
Yeah.
So now let's fast forward. You have a newborn, 18 years from now, 3% inflation. That four-year education can cost up to $142,000, $447,000. So that bill can start to
It can be overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming. And education is such an important part of a child. I know for my kids.
Yeah, speaking of investment.
I have got kids, one is already graduated, one is going into third year. So you would hate for a child to have to go to a program that maybe isn't necessarily right for them based on cost.
Right, exactly. You don't want to compromise.
You don't want to compromise, and they shouldn't have to compromise.
Absolutely.
Hopefully,
yeah.
Yes.
Many more questions on how to actually withdraw it when you get to that point too.
Yeah.
But you know what? We'll leave that to...
we are leaving that, so mark it on your calendars for next Wealth Wednesday, and remember to dream, plan, and achieve.
Great advice, as always.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Yvonne. Back after this.